12 teams started their journey in Abidjan with the hopes of lifting the crown. We are down to 4 booked places that have already been decided. Now 3 more have been added to the quarterfinals. It's the turn of Cameroon and Angola here at the Palais de Sport in Abidjan as we get ready for the 4th and final game in this one. It's been a fun-filled day, a fanfare-filled day, as you see Mozambique and Guinea in Mozambique booking their spot, South Sudan making history, and then Senegal, well, they put on a powerful performance to end Rwanda's hopes in this year's tournament. Cameroon and Angola, this is a rivalry that has lots of history, and it's going to be the opportunity for Cameroon to try and write their own story. Angola, traditionally in this encounter, they have held Cameroon winless throughout the 6 head-to-head matchups that they've come up against. Now, to help me unpack that, one of Africa's finest, Asha Kumukisha, alongside. And Asha, this is going to be a fantastic contest. It promises a lot, as we've seen throughout today's play.
Both of these teams have come out of the dressing room with the right mindset. Angola are yet to find a victory here in the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025, 2-time African champions. They have all of the pedigree on the court, but they need to prove that when they come up against the Lionesses of Cameroon.
Yeah, for Angola, Italy Lucas has been important for Angola throughout the years, but this tournament has proven to be quite the tough one for her. We started to see flashes of Italy Lucas's brilliance throughout, but if Angola are to advance and if they're going to get their game together, she has to play a pivotal role alongside some of the other great stalwarts. Sarah Setano has been great, 16 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and she averages the most minutes on the team. And Alexia De Sejo has been part of how Angola have tried to put together performances. You feel that they may be just one game away from getting it all together, and the legend Paulo Macedo, he's definitely got to play a part in them, especially in this very high-stakes game. But standing in their way, a powerful Cameroon team who have been headlined by Jessica Thomas, who's the 16 points per game in 37 minutes. Maria Awardu will shore up the paint, and alongside her, Beleka is just adding some of that value in terms of scoring with 30 minutes and 15 points as well.
For the indomitable Lionesses, it doesn't matter that they're 1-for-1 in the groups, because coming here in this qualifier for the quarterfinals, it is a do-or-die for them. They have to use the same energy that they used in the opening 2 games and eye that victory against Angola.
Delcy Frank, the talented second round, 21st overall pick in the WNBA draft by the Seattle Storm, and that man, Coach Joya, will have some work to do. But before we unpack the competition, as is custom at the AfroBasket, we will rise for the national anthems.
L'hymne de l'Angola. L'hymne national du Cameroun.
The last time these two teams met was in the 2017 edition of the AfroBasket, playing twice with the final scores of 78-56 and 66-54, both going the way of Angola in the group game and in the classification matches. None of that history matters. It's just something to help frame, to understand what the competition looks like. And we've already seen that anything can happen in these knockout games, and everything can happen if one of your star players decides to step up.
And that star player for Angola will have to be Italy Lucas, and of course with help from Sara Caetano, but the rest of the players as well. 7 points against Egypt for Lucas, 15 against Cote d'Ivoire. But today it will come down to leadership as well from the backcourt.
And leadership from the backcourt will be well matched up, because we like matchups. And when you look at who she comes up against, Jessica Thomas, the shooting guard, veteran shooting guard, 31 years old now, still averaging heavy minutes for the Cameroon Indomitable Lionesses, 37 minutes on the floor. The second AfroBasket, and she's been mercurial in terms of scoring. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Our officials that are going to be in charge of this one: Mikhail Meniste out of Estonia, Olden Larouchi from Algeria, and Waylon Fikaro Jebeto from Ethiopia. They've had a handle on a couple of these competitions, and we keep saying it, but this one specifically, because it's the final one of our qualification to the quarterfinals, is going to be a tough one. As Italy Lucas headlines the starting five.
Joined by Isabel Fernando, Denise Pasco, Avelina Peso, and Cristina Matikit, the captain of this Angolan side. She's done so well inside the paint in games here for Angola, but another matchup on the other side will be Fancamp.
Yeah, Matikit probably had a quiet tournament by her standards and looking to try and get better. You talked about Fancamp. She starts in the middle there of the starting five.
And we'll be joined by Joely Beleka, Jessica Thompson, Marguerite Effa, and the captain of this team, Marina Ewodo.
Yanka Yakipo off the bench. There's plenty of youth and plenty of length and athleticism that Coach Ahmed Mbombo and Joya can tap into. It's going to be a real test for both of these fine coaches. It's going to be a test for both of these countries. Head coach Paulo Macedo, he's ready, he's experienced, he's won championships as a player. He's won the African Championship in the men's competition, and this is a new challenge, a new opportunity for him.
Yeah, and that FIBA AfroBasket title was right here in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire in 2013, and regarded as the best point guard to ever come out of Angola.
O importante, pessoal, é nós ganhamos essa bola e somos os primeiros a marcar. É muito importante, nós ganhamos essa bola e sermos os primeiros a marcar, porque não andamos atrás do resultado. Depois é mesmo. Tu estás com está Italy, está a coisa, acompanha os vossos jogadores, a Avelina e a Cristina, ok? Perto dos jogadores, acompanha. Não há dois sobre a bola, acompanha. E tiramos a linha de passe. Não se esqueçam, só relembrar o Steger. Quando houver o Steger aqui, não permitimos. Por exemplo,
c'est ici. Marguerite est là. Écran, go, and you put the ball inside. Let's go. We fight!
Time now for the business end of the tournament and the final game of our qualification to the quarterfinals. Quarterfinal place at stake, and they won't have too much turnaround time before they have to get on the floor and play those quarterfinals. To about Jessica Thomas and her 16 points, 3 boards, and 4.5 assists. She'll have her hands full in the matchups on the other side, but we're going to try and, of course, try and steer the ship for Cameroon.
Well, Italy Lucas on the other side, averaging 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2.5 assists, will be the leader for this Angolan ship against Cameroon.
Cameroon have never beaten Angola in AfroBasket competition. Could today be the first day, or will Angola hold steady pick up their first win in the competition and advance to the quarterfinal? That is the question that lies before us. Lots of national pride, lots of skill and athleticism. And it's time now for the tip-off. It's Angola who will pick up the ball. Quick fire shot from Lucas within a eye blink. First shot goes up.
Yeah, that's the leadership we were talking about there for Italy. Lucas with that shot attempt just to test the waters.
Yeah, maybe an early heat check and an indication of intention here from Lucas. It's probably underplayed in terms of the way that she's expected to perform on the floor. And a sign here that Lucas is going to tap into all of that championship pedigree. But it is Lucas. Drop it off. It's Matiki. Ball goes out now.
Frustration there, obviously, from Coach Macedo. The bounce pass, the idea was correct there, but Peso unable to get it.
Pressure coming on in. Angola, they're in a man. Trying to get around the frame of Matiki. That doesn't work very well for Fankam. Fernando. Lucas, well, that pass, beautiful. Good patience and able to drop in the first score of this one as Pascual gets on the board.
We saw the combination between Lucas and Peso in that game against Cote d'Ivoire. They're literally picking up from where they stopped in the last game.
First 2 points on the board. Wodu picks it right back up. Cameroon. Hit down, strong drive. Frankham, 2 points.
That's the matchup that we were talking about earlier, and Frankham able to make amends there with the first 2 points here for Cameroon.
Expect this to be a tight one. It certainly is. 2 teams that are well matched up. Lucas fires and hits. And Lucas is showing intent, and the intent is matched by the execution.
It was the first attempt that didn't work out on the right side, but she goes down the middle this time and gets her first point in this game.
Pinpoint pass finds Jessica Thomas cutting to the rim, and the foul is drawn. And this slightly different from the other ones. You look at Lucas breaking down the defense, and Wodu puts a hand up. No good, no avail, because that drops in.
The minute that she took that right dribble and then pulled back, and Wodu was gone. There's nothing she could do about it.
Sends Jessica Thomas to the free throw line. Played the Euro Cup with Greek giants Olympiacos, and is having a stellar tournament leading here for Cameroon. Drops it in comfortably. This has a more free flow to it. 2 teams that seem to have some chemistry and playing with real intent. Pascual trying to drive. Running into some trouble. Pascual picks up the loose ball, loses it on the way to the rim. Now it's picked up and cleaned up. No call on the floor. Efra saves the possession for Cameroon.
This is a game of margins here.
Corner shot from Wodu short. Now Angola. Lucas. Crossing. It tries the hook pass, now a push foul, or a push call for Matiki to goes to ground. There's going to be no call from the referees, and we just have a look at, well, maybe a case as Efra gets into the back of Matiki going to ground.
Efra pushed Matiki there, but there will be no call for now, as Angola enjoy a 1-point lead.
Opens up like the Red Sea, and so does the pathway and the drop in there from Peleka.
Denise Pascal did not see that coming. By the time she turned, the ball was inside the net.
nice pace and tempo about this one. Lucas from the top of the key. Awodu skying. Saves that one. Taps it into the palm of Beleka. Perfect pass. Superb finish. Frankham.
Cameroon with the right reaction there to score some 4 quick points here and to put pressure on Angola.
Angola, they had the early lead. Cameroon, they're now up 3. Fernando on the run, drops it in off the bank.
Uses the glass nicely there to save Angola here. Some additional 2 points.
Turns, Frankham goes glass. This time.
Angolan players in the paint there to get the rebound.
Fernando. Pascual. Lucas comes on the handoff. Lucas pulling up from the elbow again, likes that spot. That one was online. Long rebound. And gives Cameroon a charge. Pass into space again. Awodu!
It is the second time that the Angolan defense has been caught unawares here. Great movement from the Angolans.
That was a dime from Beleka. Awodu anticipated the contact, got the ball off in time, and now has a chance for a 3-point play. Lots of reasons to be happy on the sideline. Coach Njoya. Comes off short. Can't complete the 3-point play. Keitana. Call for the travel, just trying to push the pace and tempo and get up into the key.
Just a bit of miscommunication there. You see Zeko and Matikit, who's gone to the bench now, been replaced by Antonio.
It's a very quick substitution. First 5 minutes has been frenetic pace. Pass to Frankham again.
Good hands there from Italy, Lucas, to strip the ball away from Frankham.
He's been very active here, Lucas. There will be a lot of expectation on her in this must-win game. Now being guarded supremely tightly, falls out of bounds.
Good defense there from Jessica Thomas, and there's reaction from Macedo, frustrated because there's a bit of a push.
The physicality level we've seen today has been, well, tough for anybody who's busy watching, because these ladies sure are putting in the work inside the paint. It's not easy out there on the floor. Effa fires off a few. Rebound. It's controlled back by Cameroon. They'll try another one. Beleka reins it in. And Cameroon extend their lead out to 6.
That's the first 3-pointer here for Cameroon. And once she finds her range, she starts to get comfortable and can be a real danger here for Angola.
Peso is in. Antonio will try to look for that high-low. Puts the ball on the floor. Attacks the rim. Strong, though, on the shot.
There's no Angolan player inside the paint to get the rebound.
Well, quick fire, catch, shoot, Awodu on the board, and Cameroon, they're lighting it up from the outside. 16 points they have, and forces a timeout here for Paulo Macedo.
They have the quality to execute here, Cameroon, from the perimeter, but also driving inside the paint and running the lens in transition.
Estamos a fazer nada de tudo combinamos. Parece que temos branco. Estamos a permitir agora, tá vendo? Começar em contra-ataque, não ter recuperação defensiva. Tá? Eu já disse, uma jogadora dentro, o resto fora. Se essa está a bloquear a bola, esta sai daqui, para se poder jogar. Estou aqui dentro a fazer o quê? Faz t-shirt. Vai ter ali bloquear a Cristiana. Tu montas o bloqueio aqui dentro, vai ter ali ser aqui. A bola dentro, eu tiro. Tá bem? Vamos jogar.
Back-to-back threes from Beleka and Ewodu. You see the ball movement and the rainbow three that drops in, and then Captain Ewodu knocks down the other three from the right-hand side. This is how we got to the timeout. And we'll see now if they're able to execute on Coach Paulo Macedo's instructions.
The wingspan that Ewodu has on the court usually gives her an advantage there, and it just helps.
Peso. Now that shot is a bit strong as it comes right off on the miss. Diseko trying to start her scoring. Beleka's three. Hard work there on the board, and they have been supremely active on the offensive glass. This Cameroon team, Silatsa, scores back the rebound and picks up the foul.
It is their style of play, Cameroon, to play with so much energy, and they're really starting to come alive here and have fun against Angola.
They are playing relaxed, this Cameroon team. 16 points, a good outcome for the work they've done on the offensive end. Thomas. Beleka, step back three. It's high arcing again. This one is strong. Doesn't draw iron. Silatsa picks up the board, but it's going to be a shot clock violation.
She needed just an extra second there for it to drop, as we see an interesting matchup between Ewodu and Italy Lucas.
Well, maybe a ploy to put some length. You talked about the wingspan of Ewodu. Just limit the shot making of Lucas. Or Ewodu, who's got quick feet, will try to stay in front of the very crafty Italy Lucas.
Crafty indeed.
Angola into their set. Diseko. Skies up from the baseline. Well done by Peso to follow and finish.
The athleticism there for Peso is what really makes her a mainstay for this Angolan offense, and it helps them every time in that paint.
Francaram. Wow, that is just superb individual play. I think it's just saying something along the lines of you can't guard me, and she finishes that on the inside.
Look at the matchup obviously there with Correa. She has her eyes on the board and makes it count, and is up to 6 points here. Fancamp.
5 Ewodu points, 5 Beleka points, 7 points for Fancamp. They are functioning here, the starting 5 for Cameroon.
They've established a 10-point lead here already inside the first quarter.
Functioning at all cylinders, Diseko. Lucas hasn't seen the ball for a while. Lucas will fire over the outstretched arm. They get the rebound back, and talked about hustle points. That's some good work there from Caetano to just draw the rebound and draw the foul.
Let's look at the replay there. She tries to get around Jessica Thomas, but there's contact.
Angola's first trip to the free throw line. 2:34 left. It's been Cameroon is at the better of the two starts. They've spread the scoring, spread the ball, and all of their players just seem to be functioning on the same wavelength.
She makes her second one as well, Sarah Caetano. She was 6 for 9 against the host Cote d'Ivoire, on her way to making 14 in total. So that's part of her game plan.
Caetano, based in Portugal, alongside Italy Lucas. There's Thomas, crossing. Contact ball. Such crafty work there from Thomas on the baseline. That is the 4th foul. Peso picks up, or rather Caetano picks up a second. Peso sitting on 2 fouls as well. They go into the red, 5th team foul.
It's an 8-point game here. Jessica Thomas with an opportunity to extend that lead, and she makes it count. And they're up to 20.
A member of the Cameroon team in the 23 AfroBasket resumes their campaign here, trying to see if they can steer Cameroon to the first part. The first job done, and that's getting to the quarterfinals. And will do subbed out. Lucas will inbound. Captain has done a job for now. Caetano. Iseko. Peso puts the ball on the floor, head down, driving in. Peso. Defense is great, but Caetano's hustle is even better. She puts that in.
She was one up against 3 Cameroonian players, but managed to get the rebound and put that ball back up. And that's exactly what separates her from so many players. 4 points for Caetano.
Kalyakipo on the floor for Cameroon, top of the key. Thomas lines it up and knocks it down.
Third three-pointer here for Cameroon, and they really opened the floodgates from the three-point line.
Shooting with fluidity. It's all flowing from the outside for Indomitable Lionesses. They push up the lead to 11 points here. It's heating up on the floor. You see the drop-off pass, and Caetano drawing the foul. 3 different shooters, same result as they knock down the shots from the perimeter.
Well, when you have the guys driving in and being able to put that ball outside acres of space, and they have an opportunity to make it count.
Caetano looks and finds Lucas. Lucas steps and hits, and that's another good shot from the elbow. Italy Lucas locked in.
She's locked in and up to 5 points already.
Effa's shot off the dribble. Peso controls. They are pushing the ball up the floor for sure. Well, that was Correa bumped on the inside, trying to work with the body against Silatsa. Inside there, you just see the physicality that I was talking about. Asha, lots of contact inside the paint.
Silatsa, that's part of her game structure. Of course she can score, but her presence on defense means that the opponent must rethink their strategy and match up with her strength.
First breather for Thomas. First bit of action for Josie and Tienchu. Lucas lobs the pass into Peso, gets it back. Italy Lucas. Matched up here with Beleka. Tries to attack, she gets it right back and drops it in. She is about her business right now. 7 first quarter points for Italy Lucas.
That's exactly the amount of points that she had against Egypt in the entire game in the opener.
Second chance opportunity blown on a miss from Tienchu. Dzeko. Calling for the screen now is Caetano. Kick to the corner. Dzeko rises up. The follow is put back in, and they continue to chase down the glass. That's where they're doing great work. And Caetano, another 2 points because she puts it back in.
That's the second time that she's given herself a second chance opportunity. But look at Italy Lucas with a rebound against 4 Cameroonian players in the paint, celebrated there by Coach Macedo.
This is the kind of performance you become accustomed to from Italy Lucas, leading the way here with 7 first quarter points. Angola have got 5 offensive rebounds here in the first quarter, and that's part of the reason they've been able to fight back in with Cameroon red hot shooting, keeping them ahead. Lucas, or Caetano rather, converts that.
It is a 4-point game now, and Angola have managed to turn things around.
Chance. Silatsa manipulates her body, scores it all in, and that's going to beat the buzzer. Lots of joy here for Cameroon as they find a crucial score, and that's going to be the way they don't close out the quarter, but they get a 3-point play to try and close out the quarter. I think we might have a review. I'm not sure. Going to have a look at the officials. They will review for time really quickly just to make sure they get the right time on the clock. But Silatsa, that was great individual work. Do you see the right hand up and under scoop from her?
Well, I spoke about her defensive contribution, but she does that as well on offense.
Before the red lights appears, and how much time should be on the main clock? Please put main camera. Yes. So this is the point of contact. This is the point of contact we called. So it's 1.8 seconds on the clock. Do you see the same? Yeah, same. Okay. So after the review, the foul was committed before the red lights appeared, and the clock should be reset to 1.8 seconds. We have one shot for number 23, white.
So foul is called. Caetano, that 1.8 seconds put back on the clock here, and they get the opportunity now to finish this quarter. The 7-point lead, there's 1.8 seconds. Not sure that Angola are going to get any kind of real value, but you never know with Italy Lucas on the floor what can be done.
Coach Joya Bombo of Cameroon took this team to silver to bronze in 2021 at home in Yaoundé, and has been able to grow together with this very youthful setup as they try to knock on that door and go back to the quarterfinals, and who knows, they could go all the way to the final.
Story still being written. Well, the delay right now is that they're just trying to get that 1.8 seconds put back on the clock. The officials trying to make sure they get it right. And that's the reason for the delay inside this arena. Cameroon ranked 44th in the world. They were seeded 7th coming into this. And not too much difference between Angola and Cameroon in terms of rank. World ranking, Angola is ranked 48th. Seeded slightly higher in Africa because of their consistent performances. Angola has seen the World Cup and the Olympics. 2012 is when they appeared at the World Cup for the first time. Or 2014 is when they appeared at the World Cup for the first time. The 16th place then, and then in the Olympics at 2012. And you just have a look at the clock. Those 1.9 seconds.
Okay. Coaches.
Or 1.8 seconds.
Coach.
So what I think is going to happen here is the referee is just explaining about the situation, because they are unable to get the clock to run, but the 1.8 seconds that you see on the shot clock, that is going to be how they call the quarter. The shot clock is the game clock. Efa, or rather Silatsa, free throw line. Gets the conversion. Angola. The clock, of course, runs down, and that's going to bring this first quarter to a close. Well, it ebbed and flowed throughout the first quarter. Well, the flowing leading towards Cameroon at the end as they take a 7-point lead, 27-20 at the end of the first.
Beautifully done there by Coach Joya's team. They did a great job on defense and just being able to put pressure on Angola and limit them to 20 points. But their three-point shooting is what has stood out here. 3 threes that have made the difference.
You talked about it, actually. You see the 3 of 8 from the three-point line at 38.8%. Only 1 of 4 for Angola. But also the trips to the free throw line for Cameroon has been a feature.
3 for 3, of course, from there. And just the energy that they were able to start this game with is what has stood out for Cameroon.
Definitely being a highlight-filled quarter on both sides. We've seen some fantastic individual play, some great footwork. We've seen an array of great shooting as well. Italy Lucas started this one off with that three-pointer, and you look at the work as Baleka on the hesitation dribble gets right inside to get the finish.
For Cameroon, just the team chemistry, seeing Van Cam just come alive inside the paint in transition, but also being able to create a couple of opportunities for herself.
3 of 8 from the exterior. She has a high arcing shot. It's one of the prettiest shots in basketball, that and Awardu knocking it down. And here is Fankam. This was all about her superior speed, skill, and footwork.
And for Silata, of course, coming alive there, getting the chest pump from her teammates to celebrate that basket, and went to the free throw line to make it a three-point play.
Courtside 1891. You know what to do. Scan the QR code so you can get the live scores. You can register and become a part of the FIBA family. Get some extra insight into what's happening here at AfroBasket 2025 in Abidjan. Palais de Sport in Traceville. We are getting ready for the second quarters. Cameroon holds on. And Thomas back in. After just a brief breather for Coach Njoya. Awardu, same spot she hit from earlier, hits again.
We saw her execute exactly like that 4 years ago at home, and she's come alive here. That's the second three-pointer. Awardu, the captain of this team, and is up to 8 points.
Lucas, Caetano, Correa, DeZego, and Peso on the floor. Big-time players love the stage that gives them the opportunity to perform under pressure, and Awardu looks like she's enjoying that pressure. Off the ball call, an offensive foul. It looks like Peso is going to be whistled for that, and we've seen that throughout the first 2 games. Peso just has a tendency of picking up fouls. Picks up a second right there.
And that's a huge concern there for Coach Macedo, as she amasses 3 personal fouls with just 1 quarter and 30 seconds played so far.
A fantastic player if she could just stay on the floor a little bit longer. See the work now. Awardu. Thomas gets the ball inside. Strong take on the interior. Emidi. Young, promising prospect, passes the ball out. And this possession doesn't quite go the way Cameroon had planned. They turn it over.
The frustration there on Coach Mbombo's face to say, you know, you gotta stay locked in and you gotta go. It's a 10-point game now with 1 minute played in the second quarter.
Lucas pressured by Captain Awardu. Lucas picks up the dribble, poor pass, passed into the path of Fankam. Emidi steps out of bounds. Pitched the head just a little too much for young Damaris Emidi.
She just came on and is just trying to get a feel of the game. Emidi, we saw earlier performances from Effa, who's now on the bench. Silatsa as well.
Emidi's first AfroBasket. She just played in the under-18 AfroBasket in South Africa last year and has received the nod to senior national team, and so far has been able to put together some credible minutes for Coach Njoya. Kick out. Hard drive. You see the contact come in, and Angola playing with a lot of intent. Caetano, so relentless when she puts the ball on the floor. 7 first quarter points she has because of that aggression.
And that's the 4th time that she's drawn a foul. Sarah Caetano, she'll go to the free throw line. Next, the fast one.
Quinta dos Lombos in Portugal. That's where she plays her basketball right now. This is her second AfroBasket. Outstanding numbers in 2023, averaging 18 points a game, 5.7 rebounds. She gets those free throws. Still 8 points separate these teams. At the top of the key, that shot is strong. Baleka Sky's up and there's a looking for contact, nothing there, out of bounds, it goes straight away. Game ebbing and flowing. Pascual. Setting the high pick for Cayetano. The shot comes in from the side. Correa shot corrals off the rim. Emedi, well, does well to control that rebound.
Cameroon with another opportunity to make things work here. 3 steals for them so far.
Now a contact call as Emedi gets whistled for the illegal screen. You see, going to ground is Pascual. Infringement in the thick of the action. Tamaris Emedi.
2 team fouls here for Cameroon, and have to rethink how they play defense going forward.
Drop-off pass by Pascual, nice work. And Correa does exactly what's expected, either coming away with the foul call or trying to pick up the 2 points. And these penetrations into the key got to be frustrating here for the coach, or for the Cameroon defense, because they have not been able to close out the paint. Angola taking full advantage at this point.
First personal foul there for Ewodo. She's been doing a good job of trying to stop Italy Lucas when she was on the court.
Trying to grind back the win here, trying to grind back the lead. That's the first miss from the free throw line for the Angolans. Second one drops in though, Cristina Correa, first point.
That's 6 points from the free throw line there for Angola so far in this game. They reduced the deficit to 7.
Trying to work in the post now. Calls for the clear out. Ewodo. It's past the cross. Bilek, oh, that's Thomas. Is able to draw the foul. It's going to be 3 free throws as she's able to get the contact, and referee rules that in the act of shooting.
It works very well for Cameroon when Jessica Thomas spends quite a number of minutes on the ball, because then she can either drive into the paint or go to the free throw line when fouled.
Well, both teams now getting to the free throw line with frequency, and both teams now shot the ball well. 8 of 9. Still one more free throw to come here for Thomas.
And she could be the first player here to go to double digits. She's up to 9.
Just quietly going about constructing a high-scoring performance. Drops it in, and she'll pick up those 10 points. They also pick up a 10-point lead. Ewodo, breather. Lots of changes. Tienchu in to pressure the ball. It's Pascual trying to work. Fernando will fire off a 3. That one is a bit strong. They still keep the ball and hope alive. Gisego steps to the side. The jumper from mid-range is short. They have numbers to Cameroon. It's pitched ahead to Fancam, and excellent execution as the 2 drops in.
That was 1 against 4. There's nothing that the Angolan defense could do. Dzeko had been mismatched there, and 6 points now in transition for Fancam.
Playing fluently. Cameroon, Pascual. Shot comes off. They pick up another offensive board. Correa puts it up, can't get it. The putback won't go. They're still fighting for the ball. Finally, they're able to come away with it. Goleme missed close range with Cameroon. They keep control of the ball. Thomas tried to scoop that in, and that's going to go off the leg of an Angolan defender.
12-point game here, Angola. They need to turn things around as Antonio returns to the court, as well as Isabel Fernando.
Right, rolling with the rotations here. Paulo Macedo. Off the foot. I think it's Goleme. You see her trying to state her case, a wry smile on her face, but call was already made. Clear from that replay. It's actually Antonio's foot that got that last touch. Silatsa. 3 defenders around Fankam on the interior. That's batted away by Caetano. It is Cameroon. Thomas off the screen. That one is short. The rebound is battled for shot clock violation. Didn't draw any iron from that shot, Thomas, and that's the reason that the shot clock didn't reset, and that's why there's a shot clock violation.
Fankam just making sure that her body's well stretched, or her head in particular. Stay locked in here for Cameroon.
Dizego. Caetano. Ball moving well for Angola. Goleme. Fernando drives. Pitches it out to Dizego. That's going to come off the foot there of Silatsa. Should get a shot clock reset. 5:11 left. First 14 seconds to try and do it all again here, Angola.
Tiencho, every time she's come onto the court, she's really done a good job on defense, especially helping Jessica Thomas.
Definitely adds some versatility on the defensive side. Drive in from Fernando is well met. Cameroon. Thomas passes across to Beleka. They move the ball. And that comes off as Genchu trying to attack there on the baseline. So it's been a frenetic start, but the last couple of minutes, you see just losing the handle there, Tienchu. Frustration. It's been tough going here for Angola. Cameroon have been the better of the two teams so far in the first 15 minutes. Beleka's shot is online, but it's a bit strong. Goleme. Lucas is back. Italy Lucas driving, gets some space. Masterful work from Lucas, the magician.
Absolutely incredible for her now. She's up to 9 points, 60% from the field, and that's the impact that they're looking for, especially after she got that breather.
9 points. Fankam. Beleka will fake, rise up, just inside. Super score.
The fadeaway is what makes it even beautiful here for Beleka. Extra 2 points for Cameroon.
They're finding the variety of scorers. This Cameroon offense. Lucas. Lucas pulls up, drops in. She just can't miss. It's 11 Italy Lucas points.
She can make no mistake here. Italy Lucas, 11 points already in the second quarter. Just doing what she has to do here for Angola.
Ball is passed now to Fankam. Goes left hand. Fantastic footwork and the offhand finish. Fankam did it with the right hand earlier, now with the left.
The reaction there is remarkable for Fankam and Cameroon as they maintain that 12-point lead here against Angola.
Well, it's end-to-end stuff happening here. There's the drop-off pass to Antonia, draws the contact, and Delty Fankam will pick up the foul call. Second foul, she leads the scoring for The indomitable lionesses. That foul will see her just forced to go to the bench. Chen Chu is off. Ewodu comes in, and you look at the work from Fankam while she's had the ball in hand.
You spoke about the rotation there for Coach Mbombo-Njoya, and we're beginning to really see the responsibility go around all of the players that are able to contribute here. Silata, Efa, Ewodu on the court, but every time that they're off, there's Emedi to come in and help, as well as Fankam in that paint.
Yeah, they have versatility and all-round scoring. Forced to take a breather now with the 2 fouls. Darcy Fankam. Silata. Shot from the corner is off. Angola with the basketball. Lucas. Well, Italy Lucas lining it up, looking for that one. Playing with a lot of confidence. And that will be a foul there from Fernando.
Let's look at the tussle there for the ball. Fernando just really putting pressure on the ball there. 2 personal fouls for now.
Fankam, Ewodu will turn on the baseline. There's Antonia coming in. And a little bit of frustration because she gets the touch on the ball, but I think gets a touch on the hand too.
Well, that's a matchup we didn't know we needed between Ewodu and Antonio. Their length is a good matchup in terms of how wide they can go off the ground, but also just really to stop the opponent.
Ewodu, we talk about Lucas being locked in. She has also been lasered in since she's been on the floor. A chance here to take a point total up. That's it to go.
41 points here for Cameroon. They're starting to feel comfortable. It's a 13-point lead, and Angola must react.
Lucas, the shot just rattles off the iron. It's put back on the follow by Caetano, gets it back. They have a 3rd chance opportunity here. Trying to get it work. Caetano on the drive. Well guarded there by Thomas. Now on the counter. Ewodu, the idea was great, but the pass just slipped out of her hands and it goes up and over everybody and forced their turnover.
Yeah, there's so much action happening here on the court. You can see the frustration there on the face of Coach Mbombo-Njoya. He can't believe what he just saw, but 5 points, 5 turnovers there for Cameroon this quarter, 3 for Angola. They've managed to take care of the ball a little bit better.
Lucas locked in. Hooks the pass to Matikit, who's back. Matikit goes left, and that matchup for Efa, tough one as Matikit uses all of that experience. You see the turn left, use the right hand. There's some contact that has been whistled by the officials. Christina Matikit, part of the squad that picked up the 2011 gold medal in Bamako for Angola. And I have memories of that. But we haven't seen the best of her in this competition yet. Has actually struggled quite a bit and hasn't found a flow on the floor. 4 of 7, 5 of 8 as Angola. Got on the back foot here in this must-win affair for both teams. Qualification to the quarterfinals. Ewodu, well, it was online. Now the attack. Cleaned up on the miss, is taken away. Put back in. Silatsa powers it home.
She is the hustle queen here for Cameroon. Every time that she's on the court, she's giving 200%. But look at the way that she's able to orchestrate that steal, get the 2 extra points here against Angola, just right under the basket.
Yeah, hustle queen indeed, picking up those 2 points. 43 Cameroon points, who call a timeout. 29 of Angola. We're into the final 54 seconds of what's been a very fascinating first half.
It has been incredible here for both of these teams, and let's see what the strategies are about.
On reste comme ça. OK? Là, on va aller en zone.
Josiane ne peut pas entrer.
Pourquoi?
Parce qu'elle est sortie le port.
OK. C'est ma. On est en zone comme ça, d'accord? Ils vont faire la remise ici. Quand ils font la première passe ici, vous attendez. Quand ils font la deuxième passe, un div, vous prenez chacune une joueuse. OK? Allez. Hey, Joe.
We're going to try and close out the quarter the same way they started this game. Cameroon, they've been great in their execution on the floor. And it's part of the reason you've seen them just, well, outplay Cameroon in the first 20, outplay Angola in the first 20 minutes of this one.
Under a minute here to go, Angola. They want to make things easier for them going into that halftime break.
Matikit. Fernando blows by the defense. That one is strong. Again, they run the rebound is Caetano. They are just relentlessly crashing the boards, and it seems like there's no answer right now at all for Cameroon on the inside.
Her ability to crush in Sarah Caetano, she's up to 7 rebounds, and 6 of those are offensive. That just shows you how much intensity she's playing with here today. She makes her first free throw on this attempt.
Yeah, she has been fantastic. Just chasing down all of those misses is part of the reason she's been able to accumulate those 10 points. Second Angolan player to go to double digits. Again, they chase down the loose ball. Again, it's Caetano there, but she looks a little bit worse for wear, coming into contact with the Cameroon player.
Looks like her left eye is what has been injured, but she's trying to find her muscles in there. 13-point game here as Effa heads to the bench for Cameroon. And Caetano will get a breather. Full court press here from Angola.
With all of those rebounds, just 12 second chance points that Angola has been able to accumulate out of the 30 points that they have. They're really relying on some of those secondary pickups to help spark the offense. There's some pressure. The ball is pushed right out of bounds. Sema. Eka in. Beleka. Trying to drop the pass on the interior. Emedi. Can't find the touch. Now it's Italy Lucas. She can't hold for the final possession of the quarter. Lucas, though, pitches the pass to Matikit. Seen that move used earlier. This time, there's no good result for her. Now it's a chance for Emedi in free flow. And she draws the foul. You see the athleticism from young Emedi out in the open court.
It's that teenage sensation there that you see with Emedi, the precision with which she wanted to go up, but she'll get a trip to the free throw line here.
just been able to counter any sort of scoring run that Angola has been able to throw at them at various times here in the first half. Quarterfinal stake at place. Both teams, both coaches will be very aware as time starts to run down. The pass to Fernando will drop in the 2 points, left all alone, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of momentum here for Angola. 44 plays 32. The pass from Lucas, unlocking Fernando, finding her freely underneath, and that is how we get to the end of the first half. At halftime, it's Cameroon 44, Angola 32, and it is on here at the Palais de Sport in Traceville.
Well, Angola were able to come alive in the last 5 minutes of that second quarter, but their 10 points in the second quarter is what was a little bit of a problem there. 4 3-pointers for Cameroon has just been the difference here, and 12 for 14 from the free throw line.
+5 in the rebounding count, and the 13 assists. I think that's a telling stat because they really have done well sharing the ball. Now, when you look at the top scorers, Asha, there's a lot that you can read from that.
Fatkam with the 11, Jessica Thomas with the 10, Eduardo with 7, and on the other side, Italy Lucas up to 11 for Angola, and Sarah Caetano, the second player in double digits there with 10.
What a great bit of work we saw from both teams. We expected a competition, we've got it. But let's look at some of the superb highlight plays from that second quarter. Ewodu, that wonderful form from the outside, drops in the shot. And the captain, well, she had 7 points in the first half. 2 of those came from the three-point line.
Beautifully done there from Fatkam in transition. They've been able to find her every time she's run down the lanes, and it's been able to count for Cameroon. On the other side, Italy Lucas really doing a good job here to continue pursuing the offensive side of this game. But Baleka, how beautiful was that jumper?
How beautiful was that jumper from Lucas that dropped in? And this was the sign, I think you see the customary crossover and the pull-up from Lucas, almost willing it in. And the universe listened because the ball dropped right on in for Italy Lucas, who powered away to 11 first half points.
Well, they say that when you show the universe interest, it will reward you, and it happened for Italy Lucas. And on the other side, Silatsa with that rebound, with the steal, and the forced 2 points to just show that Cameroon are indeed indomitable.
44-32 here at the Palais du Sport in Abidjan. We'll be back with more action. Stay locked in.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Rosine Muchamiza attempts the 3 points, makes it. It was all about the net there. It's a swish, nicely done from Muchamiza. Jo Makane misses her shot attempt, and on the other side gets involved on defense trying to block Kaba.
showing some great footwork. Wow, what a superb finish. And fancy footwork there from Ibrahim. Amu Kamara looking to go to Musa. Stange picks up the pass, and there's a beautiful feed ahead. Drops in an every moment.
Mozambique has came out and started the game well with that steal and a two-point basket. Ethiopia attacks the basket and good. It is a foul. Impressive finish there.
Waraga makes a crucial free throw, pushes it up to a 6-point differential. Drop-off pass, perfect from Lucas. That is a pinpoint pass, and it's easily dropped in by Peso. Step back three, look good, out of the hand. He spins, gets the bucket, and you can count the and one. Again, we get to see what her footwork and her handwork combined as she picks up 2 points. Mara driving in, sent right back. And Lamunu has a message for Mara on the defensive end. She's been lethal from the outside, sent back by Akpana. Turns, well contested again. Well work, great work there by Okonkwo. A chance for Nigeria out on the fast break. Carlo sent back. Udo Katete says, get that out of here.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
The picturesque city of Abidjan is where we are, in the very picturesque Palais de Sport at Traceville. It's been a battle between these two teams, and the top scorer for Angola, their floor leader, talisman, the legend, Italy Lucas, 11 points in that first half.
57% from the field. She managed to connect to 1 3-pointer there, but looking at her versatility, opening up her count with that corner shot, beating Eduardo, and just being able to drown the three timely for Angola. She's just been locked in terms of the way that she approached the game from the first minute.
It was a good sign for Angola because Lucas already up at her average at 11 points, trying to come up big as she has in the past for club and country, and trying to will their team to a win. See if Coach Paulo Macedo can ride his most skillful player, the player who's seen the most time on the floor, and get her scoring going in the second half. It was a good sign in the first half, but the more of this kind of production going to be necessary, because when she does get it going, absolutely unstoppable, and there may very few defenses that can work around Lucas's scoring. On the other side, it is Darcy Frankam, who's been amazing on the interior, 11 points and 5 of 7 shots.
Frankam has the ability to bring her physicality, athleticism, but also the passion for the game into this Cameroonian side. She has the experience to play here at the AfroBasket, the way that she drives to the paint, the way that she asks for the ball and gets it from Beleka on this particular possession, using the board to make those 2 points is what has been remarkable here.
Drafted second round, 21st pick overall by the Seattle Storm. And she's causing a storm inside with all the hard work that she's been doing there, Franca. And we talked about floor leading from Lucas. The floor leading from Franca has steered this Cameroon team to a 12-point lead because the work that she's doing on the inside, opening up some of the shooting from the exterior. And when you have excellence like that on the interior, it's just hard for defenses to provide any sort of coverage.
Well, for these two players, there's still so much basketball to be played, but they'll need support from the entire teammates as we look at the team leaders here for Cameroon. 11 points for Fancam Effa with 4 rebounds and 6 assists for Beleka. She's been impeccable. She's also up to 7 points and has an opportunity to make it a double-double here later in the second half.
20 points in the paint for Cameroon, 11 of those for Fancam at 58%. 7 fast break points, and they've got 9 points from the bench in that first half. One thing that they will hone in on was their ability to share the basketball. They really did push the ball around quite well, and when a team is really in sync, then that's when the assist number goes up, because giving up shots, trying to find mismatches and take advantage, and that I think is what Cameroon did pretty well in the first half.
Well, for Angola, they'll need more contribution from other players and not just Italy. Lucas, Sarah Caetano with the 10. She's able to get a couple of second chance points inside the paint thanks to the offensive rebounds there. But Matikit with 1 point, Peso with 2 and her 3 fouls sent to the bench earlier. Will have to come back and turn things around here. Fernando with 4, Antonio with 1, as well as Correa.
Cameroon have never beaten Angola in AfroBasket competition in 6 tries. Now they've taken the first step after a convincing first half with a 12-point lead, and they've done it on the back of some really great performances. Jessica Thomas, the 10 points, perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Well, let's look quickly at what Angola's leaders have done.
Italy, Lucas leading from the points column, 11 points, 4 assists for her, and 7 rebounds for Sarah Caetano, who has really gotten the opportunity to express herself here. But Italy, Lucas, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, contributing on offense and on defense, and that veteran-like experience is what is playing a huge role here for Angola.
Well, granted, Angola status and nationality in 2015 since then has been a big part of Angolan basketball. Was a McDonald's All-American 2007. Won gold with the United States in her youth and has carried over some of that quality into a very, very successful career. Probably on the tail end of her career now, Italy Lucas, and would like to close this one out or try to get one more with her club and with her country on the floor. And well, it's going to require a supreme effort given the state of the game, as Cameroon have moved up by 44 points to 32.
It is a 12-point game here. Cameroon feel like they can be comfortable, but they know that they have to be consistent. They've shown that in the 2 games that they played already. And after that blow-up win against Mali, the loss in their last game, they'll have to stay focused here against Angola.
Well, when you look at where we are and what has transpired, we've been treated to some of the highest quality basketball and competition so far by these skilled basketball players. AfroBasket 2025. The women's AfroBasket has not disappointed in any way, form, or fashion. We're about to close out day 4. We have 20 more minutes of some really great action. Still no idea which way this is going to go.
Well, we've seen earlier today South Sudan overturn a 19-point deficit against Egypt and go on to win by 10 points.
Now,
that could be one of the things that Angola used here against Cameroon.
Be focused on that and control.
Óbvio. Atenção, hein? Vamos fazer, né? Italy, Cristina, Avelina, Sara, ok? bloqueia aqui para a Itália. Sara vai para o lado contrário. Vai, não dá bloqueio nenhum. Bloqueia. Avelina, bloqueia a Cristina. Vai vir bloquear a Itália.
Play with her, tu rolls bien. If you can give the ball here, we give the ball here. Ok? Si jamais tu as la balle, Karine, tu recherches une main à main pour reposer un écran derrière. Et toi, tu t'écartes. D'accord? Tu laisses Karine jouer le...
Courtside 1891, you can download the app and you can scan the QR code for extra insight, live scores, extended highlights, and joining the FIBA family, the FIBA basketball world, you can access all of the events that are currently going on. But why would you? Because we are here at AfroBasket 2025, and we are witnessing greatness on the floor as they lead with legacy, and we get ready to go into second half action.
Wow.
It is Angola basketball for Coach Macedo, who's got Lucas and Martikit going a little bit bigger now. Koleme. Peso back in after some foul trouble. Fernando. And Keitano. Ewodo picks up a second foul. Lucas. Martikit wants the ball. Now going to try work that game. Beautiful pass. Wow, that is perfection. What a wonderful way to open up the second half.
That's beautifully done there from Martikit, the captain of this team, up to 3 points. And that will help with her confidence going forward.
Finding some connection there with the backcourt partner, Lucas Fankam. The kick out to Peleka. Drops it in, high arcing three. It's like a raindrop.
Well, there's nothing you can do when a screen has been used very well. And in this case, Beleka able to connect for the 3 points. Great reaction there after Angola's points on the other side.
Awardu ahead of everyone is able to put in the 2. So after a great bit of work by Lucas and Martikit, it's Cameroon who just steal away the basketball. And well, they go on a 4-point run. We have a timeout here. Coach Macedo, he's seen enough. Needs to make the adjustment.
Well, 1 minute into the third quarter, you would think that Macedo had said a lot at the halftime break.
Faça bloqueio na base. Ok? Estega na base. Para o lado da Alexia subir. E depois o bloqueio para Lucas. Vamos! Marta!
Fiery timeout was forced to call it because things not going the way that he had planned. And you see the work here. Beleka first with that high arcing 3 that just drops in. And then Ewodo quickly on the other side, 5-point run. And you know that any coach with just 1 minute into the second half would not want to utilize that as Beleka moves up to 10 points.
Well, after the basket there from Martikit, Angola felt like they had the momentum they needed, but Cameroon were able to quickly add points on 2 possessions, forcing the timeout.
Drive off the fake. Martikit follows. That one missed. I think it's going to be short because they don't touch the rim. Ball doesn't draw iron. So shot clock violation. Cameroon ball.
15-point game here. Silata on the floor. Combination there of Fankam inside the paint.
Cameroon can break the backs here of Angola if they continue to play the way they are. Up the hesitation. Kick out Ewodo. Lines up the 3 ball. Fankam does fantastic work to Thomas now. Finds a range, drops in the 3.
There's a second three-pointer here for Cameroon in the third quarter. And Thomas up to 13 points here. Just doing the work for Cameroon. 4 players in double digits.
Yeah, 4 players able to spread the scoring for Cameroon. They have been fantastic. 18-point lead. Lucas. The runner drops in from Caetano. Have to go glass, have to elevate, and it fell in.
Caetano picking up from where she stopped in that second quarter.
In the zone, Fancam turns on the short shot, and it's superb work. They just don't know. There's too many holes, and Angolan defense don't know where to plug.
You know, the last possessions, 4 possessions, the points have come from 4 different players here for Cameroon.
Showing how deep they are. Cameroon, Lucas finds some space. Lucas, well, trying to work that matchup against Ewodu. Beleka pitches ahead to Selatsa. Ewodu screened, had time to get the shot up, missed it. In comes the rebound. Dzeko, who's back.
Dzeko is yet to score points in this game, which is a bit surprising there, because she scored 21 points against Cote d'Ivoire.
Beleka shot is good, and it's raining threes in Abidjan. You see the work from the defensive end. No defense around her, lined up the shot, and was cleared as a whistle as it dropped in.
That is 3 three-pointers there for Beleka. She's up to 13 points here for Cameroon.
The lead has been pushed up now to 21 points. Cameroon on a tear. Dzeko kicks to Peso. Peso draws the foul there from Fancam. That's the 3rd foul for Fancam. There might be some changes. Matikit, well, the change is coming from Paulo Macedo.
Peso back on the floor. She had gone off because of the 3 personal fouls earlier in the second quarter. Misses the first one. She has 2 points already in this game.
27 years old, Avelino Peso, 7 points and 6.5 rebounds in the qualifiers for Angola. Member plays a club basketball for Primeiro de Agosto in Angola. Brings the lead back down to 20. Fancam with the 2 fouls forced. Substitution here, Coach Njoya, but it's been a good showing for her, 13 points. Thomas. Beleka fake, extra pass. Ball is moving well, and that gets the finish, and almost everybody touching the ball. 4 players touching on that position, and the finish inside for Efa.
Those are her first 2 points here in this game. At first, she was doing so much work on defense, as you see her in that matchup with Angelina Golome.
Caetano. The shot from the elbow is short. Wow. Athleticism, picking up the rebound. Selatsa, they're playing with fire in their belly. Thomas lines up another one. The heat map says the 3-point line is the heated areas. Now Thomas up to 16 points.
60% from behind the arc for Jessica Thomas.
Selatsa, well, they're just everywhere on the floor. There is domination here from Cameroon. Caetano thought she had it. Selatsa said, no, you don't.
Get out of here as Selatsa just continues to come alive. It's that energy that she brings to this Cameroonian side, and the never give up attitude.
Well, 4 made threes by Cameroon in this quarter. Dzeko subbed out. trying to find some answers. Nelma Cunha. Cunha gets the first bit of burn here. Lusati. Silatsa there to rebound. Thomas. The handoff again. Silatsa. Beleka. Trying to find an answer in the air. There's a touch there on the hand. So Cameroon will keep the ball. First foul. Kuna, we see, just gets a little touch on Beleka in the air there. Thomas will try another three. Surely not. Surely yes. Another one falls in. Fifth three-pointer for Cameroon. And they're just powering from the outside.
This one is from the middle this time. She looked around and there was no option for a pass, and she made no mistake with the attempt, and it dropped.
Angola need to find an answer. Lusati's feet have said there's some good work there, and that's put back in by Angelina Goleme. They need a couple more possessions like that to the Angolans. Effort drops in on the runner. They just too many scorers, finding too many ways to score here on the other side. Angola defense can't stop what Cameroon have to offer.
Well, they're not just playing a game, they're conducting a choir here, Cameroon.
Hard drive. Sees Kuna bring a break into the play. Young 22-year-old attacking. And you see the work effort on one end of the floor and then picking up the foul on the other side.
She's found her offensive mojo here, Effa, and up to 4 points. As Cunha converts the first one on the free throw line.
Well, the theory says that Angola have got to figure out a way to stop this Cameroon offense, but what we've seen from Cameroon is thorough team play. The ball has been shared, the scoring has been shared, and they are just playing a perfect game at this point. Thomas. Awarded. Beleka. Falls and shoot on from coming in from the bench there. That one is a bit strong. Now trying to work. Angola. Well, she sets the screen for Lusati. The kick out. Fernando drives into trouble, but finds the cutter, and that is perfectly dropped in. More kind of that play as Goleme drops in the 2 points. You see the work there on the baseline from Fernando, trying to find the cutting Goleme, who was able to put in those 2 points.
Has just kept that positive attitude there and is now up to 5 points, getting involved more on the inside in the paint for Angola.
Third AfroBasket. And here are the indomitable Lionesses looking to work past Etu Emidi. Well, what more one could say about the execution here from Cameroon? They're getting every look they want. High-low action. And Emidi right there off the pass. For now. Fernando, wow, short, aggressive rebound there. See the energy from Emidi. Absolutely dominant. Now this is the delay as the net gets caught on the rim. They're able to put it back. Look at the work there from Emidi. Strong physical rebound on the inside. Cameroon. For now. Long range shot from Ewodu, and that goes right out of bounds. But 68 plays 44, but 145 left here in the third quarter. And Angola just trying to figure out a way, you know, this matrix style offense that Cameroon have been running. Boleme. Dianchu. The extra pitch to the corner. Funo. Well, that goes that way for her. Dianchu. Ewodu, well, can't find it here, but the rebounding being battled for around the inside all the time.
And Angola have managed to score 12 points in this third quarter, which is as much as they scored in the second. Cameroon on the other side, double that with the 24.
Contact call, Tiencho will pick up the foul. Be the 5th team foul.
Well, that is 2 personal fouls there for Tiencho as Correa goes to the free throw line. Well, Angola are 13 for 18 on the charity line. She makes the 13th here.
Christina Correa has come up through the youth ranks in Angola, played the AfroBasket qualifiers, and Primero de Agosto, so she plays the basketball. .22 differential. They're still hope in the eyes there of Coach Macedo. Now pass picked off. Block on the steal. Ewodu saves the possession here for Cameroon. They have an opportunity in the open floor. Calling for the screen. Pass to Emidi. Goes left hand. It's too strong. Funo can't find it. They have now taken some time off the clock. Fernando drives the dish. Now on the cut is the finish. And Kuna gets 2 more points. Well, some scoring there from Nelma Kuna. She comes into this competition and into this game. And at the end of the 3 quarters, it's 68-48, Cameroon by 20. Indomitable Lionesses have done some superb work. You see the pass picked off, then the block on the other side from Ewodu, the long wingspan. It's perfect timing, able to pull the ball back, and there's just a wave of emotions overtaking Angolan fans watching this one.
Well, looking at the numbers there, a 20 points difference here, but the 9 3-pointers from 22 attempts for Cameroon just shows you how comfortable they've been trying to set up from the outside, and that has been a key statistic here in this third quarter.
Lots of highlights that started off there with Italy Lucas and Christine Matikit, good finishing, but after that, it almost like it sparked the Cameroon team, because Beleka knocked down a 3, and that was the first of the 5 threes that we saw go down in that third quarter. Ewodu having arguably her best game of the tournament so far. The captain just leading from the offensive side. He's been present on both ends of the floor, but we've seen some really great shooting from Cameroon, 40% from the 3-point line, and has been getting the job done, helping them space the floor.
Sarah Caetano once again attacking the basket there to get a couple of points for Angola on the board, but Fancamp beating the Angolan defense there on this particular possession. Peso getting that ball into the net, and an extra 2 points for Cameroon.
Courtside 1891. You scan the QR code and download the app and stay with all of this awesome action. Kalyakipo is in as a new lineup being utilized by Coach Njoya, who's done all of the strategizing and got the better of Coach Paulo Macedo, Thomas Kipo, Fancam, Efa, and Ewodu. That's the 5. There's a battle for the loose ball. So smiles on the side there from the legend Paulo Macedo. Hasn't had too many reasons to smile so far. It's been a good performance by Cameroon on the floor.
Well, the last time he was here in Abidjan on this particular Palais de Sport, won the FIBA AfroBasket with the men in 2013, but 12 years is a long time, and this Angolan women's team is yet to show that they really belong on the continent.
Blocked there, beautiful work. Fancam back in with her 3 fouls. Unrelenting in terms of how they want to close this game out, want to secure the quarterfinal spot. The winner of this game will play against Nigeria in the cross matchup.
Well, the defending champions, unbeaten, of course, in 26 games at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket over the last 10 years.
Ewodu. That looked like it was online, but comes off the rim. There are 26 undefeated games for Nigeria. They were certainly tested in the group stages. They have Sarah Ogoke come back and into the team, join them to add some more depth. So it's going to be interesting. It's quarterfinals. Anything can happen. And these teams certainly do have some of the tools to perhaps do that. Score goes in. And it's Efa doing some great work.
It definitely shows you why the coach, Bomba Njoya, is playing almost his entire squad here, because that quarterfinal will happen tomorrow.
Well, with the lead, the current state that it is, they have to play well for the next 4 or 5 minutes and then see what the game looks like. But Thomas, to Captain Award, was pressured. Kipo. Efa. Wow, right there tangled up with Lusati.
22-point lead here. Angola, they have the quality to turn things around as Golome goes to the bench.
They try to work with 1.6 seconds. Passed inside. Well, good work by Funker. Gets the shot, but can't find the finish.
Peso with the all-important rebound there for Angola.
Jab, Correa. High arc, drops in.
And so it begins. Could this be what sparks a comeback for Angola?
Stranger things have happened, and that's good work. Could be the start. Thomas. Svenkamp. A water shot. Rebound is picked up and controlled here. Signs of life from Angola.
It is a third personal foul there for the captain, Eduardo. 12 points already. And there's a change on the floor as Eduardo heads to the bench after that foul. In comes Beleka.
One sharpshooter for another. Italy Lucas, Christine Matiki. Tries another high arc as Correa, trying to pull back some more momentum, trying to spark some belief on the floor. But that one, well, just doesn't draw anything. Chance here for Cameroon. Pass by Thomas. Beleka. Thomas. Well guarded. Foul is picked up. Foul is called. Kuna. It's just been a hive of activity.
She's locked in on that objective to come back into this one. Jessica Thomas. It won't be easy for the Cameroonians going forward.
Fresh 14 seconds. Now they've got to go to work. Effa Thomas likes that spot, and that one is strong. Jump ball as Kipo right there, tangled in there.
.29 rebounds for Cameroon, 32 for Angola, but for the Angolans, they'll have to turn things around here.
Angola ball. Fernando. Kuna. Now they attack through Fernando, can't find it. Looking at the work on the inside there, wow. There's still slithers of hope here. Angola, they are just trying to work.
Fernando makes the first one there for Angola, just to keep them alive here. And she misses the second one.
Full court pressure, trying to change the pace and tempo in this one. They're trying to work. Beleka, Kipo. Pass picked off Correa. Looking to inject some energy here. You can feel they're searching for it. Cunha. Now driving in on the baseline is Dusati. Well, Kipo is off. Captain Ewodu with her 12 points. She comes back into the the fray. You see the work again. Silatsa's hands everywhere. They've been able to deflect and block and just make it tough inside the paint. Pass. Peso. I'm trying to draw the contact there. It goes up and over, out of bounds. Under lots of duress. Ewodu. Pressured. Well, Beleka, thought about it, I think, but able to take some more time off the clock. That is well worked. The Cameroon team, they just make the extra pass, they find the look they want, and they get the score.
That's a timely basket there for Cameroon in terms of rhythm here. Efa with a timely finish is up to 9 points, but most importantly, Angola felt like they had the momentum with that last play there, but the finish just makes the difference here for Cameroon, and she's up to 10 points, Efa.
Ball turned over, and Cameroon heading to and looking for their first victory in this one. First victory over Angola in AfroBasket competition. Chance to qualify to the quarterfinals. That shot. Pushed right out. They are searching now substitution, and Italy Lucas will come back in. Caetano comes back in. Final 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Still harboring hope. Thomas. Ewodu. Shot from the top of the key is clean.
Beautifully done there by Efa. She has been the go-to person here for Cameroon, scoring those last 4 points. And that could be what they needed, the Indomitable Lionesses, to seal this one. But 4 minutes, 42 seconds to play.
Pass from Lucas, finish from Peso. And that's sharp work. You see the pass from Lucas allows Peso the time and space to go to work. Ewodu. Now the Indomitable Lionesses trying to work around. The three falls in. And Efa, some sharp shooting from the outside.
What a last quarter effort is having here for Cameroon. She can make no mistake for her side. And with that three-pointer, they're really knocking on that door.
5 Indomitable Lionesses have double digits. Efa, 15 points. Correa, and that really lack of awareness on that play. And Coach Paulo Macedo, with 3:45 left after that turnover, calling a timeout because his team, well, they were on the back foot. 78 plays 54. You can see the belief on the other side there for the Indomitable Lionesses, and Cameroon, they really do start to believe. Lining up the shot, three-point shooting in the second half, immaculate. They have found ways to just stretch the floor, but not stretch the floor. They made the three-point line the source of heat in the arena.
Cameroon have come alive here in this last quarter. They've managed to score a quick 10 points here and limited Angola to just 6. But Jessica Thomas, 19 points, 7 for 7 on the free throw line, 100%. What more can she do to get Cameroon to the quarterfinals?
Well, she's led the way, but there's been some excellent help alongside with 5 4 of her teammates being able to add double-digit scoring as well. This could be the final huddle for Angola here as Italy. Lucas, they're probably saying we can have a look at the scoreboard there. We've got nothing to lose. Gotta give all the energy and effort we can. 7 assists alongside those 11 points that were all scored in the first half. Cameroon being pressed. Tienchu. Now Cameroon. Ball is almost stolen from Efa as he tries to turn. Looking to work, the pass to Silatsa inside. Big time board by Peso. Lucas pulls back. Lucas fires off the shot. There is a contact. Ewodu a little frustrated there, but Lucas created the separation, found the shot she wanted, and this is a way for them to just stop the clock and try to get in Ewodu's 4th foul.
3 team fouls here for Cameroon. And looking at the replay there, there's definitely contact from Ewodu, and that's a matchup that we've seen throughout play here in this game, and it's just been interesting to see them dig deep into their individual skills to stay alive.
These 3 shots from the free throw line can bring a slither of belief for Angola. Tienchu. All Cameroon have to keep doing is scoring the basketball, and there will be nothing that Angola can do. Beleka, the pass there to Silatsa, banks it home.
Silatsa has really been a great revelation here today, just continuing to shine for Cameroon and having so much fun out there.
Gaetano slithers and slides between the 2 defenders, and quick score. Still, ball picked up. Gaetano, left hand. 16 points now.
Great job.
Under 20.
Great job there for Gaetano. Never give up. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go.
This can be a very strange game, the game of basketball. Timeout called, no chances being taken by Coach Njoya. Wants to have a chat because little 4-0 run, a little bit of confidence from Gaetano, and Angola, they start to sniff a little bit of an opportunity here in the Palais des Sports in Abidjan.
Absolutely, and that's why the coach, Mbombo Njoya, has called that timeout. And just looking at the play here, the 3rd quarter, where's the difference here for Cameroon with an 8-point gap between them and Angola, but the 7-point lead after the end of the 1st quarter was also what set the pace going. Sarah Gaetano has been fantastic here for Cameroon. Every time that she's received the ball, able to drive and attack the basket and use the board and get those 2 points.
Her speed up and down the floor in transition, a marvel to watch. She finishes well under duress or not, and this is 16 points she's got to the free throw line because of the aggression we've seen, and 50% from the field for Gaetano. 2:22. That's left in the tournament for one of these teams.
Who will it be that will go to the quarterfinals?
Angola, they pick back the possession. Lucas. That trademark step back and lob. Gaetano attacking again. Drops in another 2 points. Wow, this is spirited fight back here from Sarah Gaetano. She's not given up at all.
Sarah Gaetano can do no wrong here. She's up to 18 points, leading all scorers in this game here today, and has an opportunity to make it 19.
Efa, 4th foul now. 6 fourth quarter points make that 7 for Caetano. More pressure on Tianchu. The mandate is clear here for Cameroon. Try to take as much time off the clock on each possession. Funo. Well, ball is turned over. 96 seconds. Looking to try and rescue the possession. You see Lucas trying to chase down that loose ball. Lucas steps back. Lucas's shot corrals off the rim. They keep the ball alive. Sharp work, good reflexes. Keeping the ball. Dzeko. Lucas to inbound. Vessel there. Steps right out of bounds. That's gotta be very frustrating now.
1 minute, 24 seconds here. Cameroon. There's a full court press there from Angola.
Caetano pressuring. Beleka gets by that pressure defense, kicks to the corner. Tianchu pulls up just inside. Rebound, loose ball. It is Cameroon basketball. The clock, I believe, will win this battle. Angola trying to fight it back here, but Cameroon on the verge of picking up their first win against Angola in competition. Tianchu drops in the shot.
And that's a dagger right there for the Kepler player. Plays a league basketball in Rwanda and just playing here, doing everything possible to help Cameroon.
But steals back the ball. There is no doubt now that Cameroon will pick up the final quarterfinal spot available, and they will have the tough job of taking on the defending champions. That is what awaits them. But there'll be joy here for the indomitable Lionesses. The foul there from Silatsa. Songs start to rain out inside this arena. Cunha, 3 fouls. Emptying the bench and substituting in all of his players. It's job done. The final 20.6 seconds. Moments to be captured, memories to be made, history always part of AfroBasket. Efa fires off the baseline shot. Lionesses hold. Long-range shot falls on in, and Lusati Amayaba picks up the 3 points, and Cameroon, they will power to victory. It's the first time that Cameroon has defeated Angola in 6 attempts in the AfroBasket. This one important because they will move to the quarterfinals. Cameroon 85, Angola 64. The final score at the Palais de Sport here in Traceville. Joyous scenes and inside the arena. There will be a lot of disappointment for the Angolans as they are now out of the tournament. So Italy Lucas and Christine Matikit alongside Dzeko, they will no longer be a part of this, but Cameroon, they advance, and job well done they put a cap on a wonderful performance.
It is a disappointment there. You can see the faces of the Angolan players, Italy Lucas, the fans as well. The two-time African champions, Angola, will not play in the quarterfinals for a second consecutive time here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. But for Cameroon, as they're called Le Continent, normally on the continent, they have done a great job. They've managed to do all of the hard work, come together, get all of that team spirit going for them. And 5 players in double digits there. Beleka with a 16, Jessica Thomas with the same amount, Fankam with 13, Effa with 15, and Eduardo, the captain, with an additional 12.
11 of 27 threes at 40%. They dominated the glass. 12 offensive. Well, they were dominated on the glass from Angola. They fought very hard with those 15 offensive rebounds. You got to see well, this is the last time we will see Angola in this tournament in 2025. Coach Paulo Macedo and his troops, their journey comes to an end. Coach Mbombo Njoya and the Cameroon team, they move ahead and they'll take lots of joy from this performance. They executed extremely well at times throughout that. But 5 players in double digits, scoring spread across the floor. There's a lot that they can build on. They need a similar kind of performance tomorrow. But for now, in this evening, they will enjoy these scenes. They will take the victory. They will take the joy. They will take the prestige of being a part of the quarterfinals in the AfroBasket in 2025.
Well, the celebrations with the fans, they came out in big numbers to support the indomitable Lionesses. And you can see the selfies, the pictures, Jessica Thomas getting all of the love from the fans inside the Palais des Sports. And of course, on the other side, Italy Lucas, always a fan favorite across the African continent, getting those high fives and always an inspiration to the fans.
The music, a signal that this competition or this day in competition, well, it's come to an end. Let's close out with final game stats.
Well, there it is, 24-26 on the free throw line for Angola, but that was not enough to help them and keep them going. 24 assists speaks to the teamwork of this Cameroonian side that gave them the edge today.
Able to distribute the ball well. They shared the scoring, and you'd have a look at the top scorers as Thomas and Caetano headline the scoring for both teams.
Caetano did everything there, as well as Italy Lucas with her 14. But Cameroon were the stronger team today, and they march on to the quarterfinals, thanks to that man, Coach Ahmed Mbombo Njoya.
Smile on his face, every reason to have that look, and here's some of these great highlights from that 4th and final quarter. You see the work that Angola did early. They're attacking from the three-point line. They only made 2 threes throughout the game at 16%. That was one of them. A high archer that fell in. Effa finishing with lots of pressure around her. An outstanding afternoon for Marguerite Effa. 14 points, one of the 4 or 5 players in double digits, getting the score, getting the finish. Three-point line, 2 different stories for these teams. Powered that one under a lot of pressure. Avelina Peso, I think she still has a lot to offer Angolan basketball. She drops the 2 points in.
Looking at both of these teams, they threw everything on the court, and effort is just coming alive in that 4th quarter. She did so much in the opening half of the game on defense, but was able to feel the ball and with help from her teammates.
Caetano, relentless, skillful, attacking the rim. You see the work on the crossover, getting by the defense. 3 defenders around her, didn't deter her, was able to get inside. That was 2 of her 19 points. You got to see the work being done here. Again, Caetano to try and close out. A last-ditch effort to try and salvage this campaign for Angola. It was too little too late for Sarah Caetano. For Angola, it's going to be disappointment, but there's a lot of joy as Cameroon, they pick up the 4th and final point and the 4th and final place in the quarterfinals. And we sum up the results: Mozambique powerful performance and the win over Guinea. South Sudan, they picked a historic win over Egypt. Senegal were just too strong for Rwanda. And Cameroon, they win for the first time in 6 attempts in AfroBasket to secure the quarterfinal spot here in 2025. So from the Palais de Sport in Abidjan, tomorrow the quarterfinals will be back, but let's have a look at what the bracket looks like. Uganda take on South Sudan. These are some high-powered quarterfinal matchups. Mali and Mozambique will do battle. A battle of Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal, and the final matchup, we talked about it, Nigeria and Cameroon. Those are the 4 quarterfinals. Hashtag AfroBasket Women. They trying to lead with legacy. We are into the business end now, well and truly. We're getting closer and closer to finding out who will lift the championship trophy, and that'll be this weekend. But for now, we're going to greet you from Abidjan, from the Palais du Sport. Tomorrow is the quarterfinals, and we'll see you then.